Hey, I'm back for video 22 of 365 of my video a day for a whole year. Yeah, I'm at 22 already and it's so exciting. And I just posted my first couple of shorts actually too. I learned how to do that with a certain program and that was pretty cool. And I got one subscriber somehow. So whoever you are, thank you for subscribing. Let me know if that was you, if you want to. But I appreciate everybody for subscribing. This is so much fun. I love it. I love every second of it. It's just amazing. And thank you all for listening to me. You know, I know I'm not probably the most exciting person just yet because I'm getting my feet wet with all this, but hopefully my videos will be a little more intriguing later. But I really enjoy just kind of talking to you guys, getting comfortable on camera, and getting comfortable speaking. You know, public speaking was my worst fear. I'd rather be like pew-pewed than get up here and talk to people. So I know it's just no one right now, but there'll be a few people watching, and so it feels like I'm talking to a crowd. So I really, really appreciate everyone watching and commenting and liking, and also those of you who look at my meditations, listen to my meditations, not just look at them, but one of them's in the background. I'll probably keep that one in the background a lot. I love the colors. So, but that one's gotten a lot of traction actually. I like that one. So, but pop those on when you're, needing to sleep or just relax or just have them on in the background. And they're just really nice. I'll put a couple more up soon. So, but yeah, I really appreciate everyone so much, and it's really helping me. And I do recommend, if you have a fear of public speaking, or if you have a fear of just, if you're feeling insecure, it's a really good thing to try to get on YouTube. It really, truly is, because you're going to touch someone's heart eventually. That was what I knew. I was like, you know what? As long as I help a few people, I am good, because I just look at it like one person is so important to help. That's one human being that you literally touch their heart, and they resonated with something that you said. So that's what I love about this, is I get to reach way more people than I could in my normal life. And also I really love that YouTube, pushes your videos out to like-minded people, because in our real life, we might not hang around a lot of people that talk about manifestation and YouTube, so it's cool that we all have some things in common. And that's also what I love about YouTube. So I think it's so cool. So I did not introduce myself. I'm going to start doing that in my videos a little bit. My name is Samantha. I'm a therapist. I've been a therapist for 11 years, and I've decided to call myself a self-mastery manifestation mentor instead of just like a manifestation coach. So I like that one better. I think that sounds cooler, because I want to help you master yourself. And it really is all about yourself. There's no one to change but self, says Neville Goddard. No one to change but self. So if you have a problem with another person, it really means that you need to go within yourself and do a little digging. Spiritual surgery is what I like to call it. Just look inside yourself and say, what's going on in here? What pattern of thought am I living? And that's something to remember too, is we're living our patterns of thought. That is what shapes your whole life. If you want a different life, you're going to have to change the way that you think. And you're just going to have to, be like Apple, like think different. I don't know if you like Apple or not. I'm an Apple fan. But Steve Jobs' and Apple's, what do you call that? They're saying, whatever you call that, is think different. And I love that, because their mantra, whatever it was called. And so think different is perfect. It's huge. You have to think differently if you want a different life. And so examine your thoughts always. And that's why with life spells, I came up with life spells like in 2016. I had no idea what I was going to do with it. I just came up with the name, and I thought I would write a book, which I will, but I really love life spells, because it just means, everything that we say is a spell, really. And the tagline is disrupt, rewire, and expand. So we want to disrupt our emotional addictions and our negative thoughts, and rewire them, and then expand our consciousness to be able to allow manifestations in. So remember that creation is finished. So each time you think about something that you want or desire, it's already there vibrationally. It's already there energetically. You just can't see it. Your perception will not allow you to see it. If we saw everything, all the sensory information that is really around us, we would, implode or explode, like I said last night in the other video. There's just so much out there that we can't see, and it's all around us. So in order to allow a manifestation in, we have to expand our consciousness and look at our life through a different lens, almost like we're a different person, which truly we are a different person. We change, this is hard to believe, but this is something else I've researched. We change bodies billions of times a second. We're just changing, going through billions of parallel realities every single second. And when I learned about these things, I was like, whoa, it didn't make sense how this could be. But I was like, well, that's pretty cool if that is true, and I kept learning about quantum physics and all of these things. And there are multiple parallel realities around us, and there's multiples of us, and multiples of us and our partner, or multiples of us and our children, or, interacting in good ways, bad ways. There's just infinite versions. And so we can choose by how we're being. You choose through the identity from which you look through. So in order to do YouTube, let's say, I had to very much change my identity. I am not a public speaker. I would rather be pew-pewed than get on YouTube and talk. I'm serious. I went and took my LCSW exam for my, for licensed clinical social worker exam in 2016. And that was the only thing that was worse than public speaking to me. I was walking back from a break and I was like, I'd rather be shot than take this test, or I'd rather speak to 5,000 people than take this test. So that was the only time when I realized there was something worse than public speaking. But when I say I'm scared of it, people are shocked. People are shocked that I have social anxiety. Shocked. And I do. And I say I have it, but I've really gotten over it the more confident I've become in myself and knowing who I am. And that has taken some major internal work. Even as a therapist, I had all the resources you could possibly have. Been in therapy all my life, ever since I was 10, off and on throughout the years. And really the only thing that shifted me was realizing that I had to program a new operating system into my brain and body. I had to change everything. I had off and on good self-esteem. Just sometimes I felt great. Other times I felt like, just total shit, you have to really do some digging inside yourself to change who you're being and really know who you are. And I was talking with a client earlier about something, and I said, no, you have to remember who you are. You have to remember who you are. I just spit. Sorry, I don't know if anybody saw that. I'm not editing. This happens in real life too. So anyway, I was like, you have to know you're worthy of being in a nice place, living in a nice space, and you have to remember who you are. And they responded, yes, I have to quit internalizing other people's opinions as my own. And I was like, oh yes, that's huge. Internalizing other people's opinions as my own. Really take that in. How many of you are doing that, where you are hearing somebody else's crappy opinion about you or things that you're doing or not doing, and you're taking those in and you're saying, that's me, that's who I am. And then you defend yourself because you don't like being told those things. But the thing is, when you are defensive about something, that means there's a part of you that believes that is true. So that's something to really recognize inside yourself. And when I realized about myself, what I had going on, that's when I started programming new things. I was like, I am worthy. I'm effing worthy, I wrote down. And not effing, the other word. I wrote that down and I read it every day. No, this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm going to get everything I want. And I have that belief. I get everything I want. At some point, I get everything I want. And I always have. And I just always had that belief. But what would slow things down is my crappy thinking about myself and my abilities. And I would let doubt creep in. And that's the killer. That's that inner gangster. And we're letting the clowns and the flying monkeys get to us. when we're taking in those external opinions from others. So I want you to do some work on yourself and say, the opinions that I have right now, are they my own? Or were they programmed by somebody else that didn't even know what they were talking about? And then what those people are showing you, though, according to quantum physics and law of assumption, these people are showing you like a mirror. They're showing you what your thoughts are. So you are shaping that person's thoughts, and they have to mirror that back to you. That's how powerful we are. We affect the people in our reality like that. And so, but if you don't believe me, try it. I promise you, you'll see change. If you change, the external world can't help but change every single time. And one really easy thing that I'd love for you to try is all day long, as much as you can remember, when you do something, when you have a cup of coffee, when you shower, when you drive to work, when you're at work, when you're talking to coworkers, I want you to say thank you for every single piece of that. Thank you for this car that I can drive. Thank you for these legs that I can use to walk. Thank you for these eyes that I can see with. Because I've always told clients, I was like, if you were blind, you would not even care that you didn't have any money. Like, you wouldn't even care because you just would really want to be able to see again. Or if you couldn't walk, you wouldn't care about, oh, that person did this to me, because it's like your number one thing would be, I wish I could walk again, And so we've got to be thankful and appreciative for what we already have so that we can get more. So it's basically like what you appreciate appreciates. Look at it like that. Like when you appreciate yourself, you appreciate, just like money. It's just like everything. When you appreciate something or someone, it grows. It's like watering your garden. You have to water yourself every day. You can't just water yourself for a couple days and be like, yeah, I'm done. You're not a cactus. You're like, I don't know what flowers you have to water every day. I water my bonsai trees every day, but I don't know. You're like a beautiful flower. Like you need water every day. A rose bush, I think they need water pretty much every day, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I think I'm right. Might be wrong. I don't know. But some sort of flower that needs water every day. That's who you are. So you have to remember, to water yourself, you have to, and you got to get those weeds out, and those weeds are those bad thoughts that were programmed into you that you are just addicted to, and your body is addicted to it as well. You have that thought, it creates a chemical reaction, and then your body just goes. It just goes with it, and you're unconscious at that point. You're just on autopilot. You're just on autopilot all the time until you decide to create consciously, where you're like, okay, I'm aware, I'm present, I'm in the now moment right now. What is it that I want to feel? What is it that I want? Be very self-aware in the moment, and watch out for those old thoughts that creep in, because they're lies. Say, that's a lie. Oh, that's a lie too. Oh, that's a lie too. Say, no, I'm this now. I say that a lot too. No, I'm this now. Like, you can almost feel your brain trying to like take you where it's always taken you. And I could feel something in my head, literally. It's like there's a connection that wants to connect to the old, and it's like, no, it fights you. So you've got to push it and say, no, this is who I am now. This is who I am now. This is who I'm being. This is who I am. Say that over and over. No, this is who I am. I'm an amazing person. I'm a powerful person. I can have anything I want. And I don't care what my external reality looks like. I don't care what anybody says. This is what I'm getting. Be a spoiled brat about it. This is what I'm getting, because you're the star of your reality. You're the only one. You're the one giving out all the scripts. You're the star. You're the brat. That's great. You're the spoiled brat. Like, be the brat, because you can have everything that you want, or you can have nothing that you want. You get to choose, because it's all about your thoughts and who you're being, who you're identifying with. So we'll get more into that in the videos. I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to spare you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting. Let me know if anything really helps you with all this. Anything that I've just said will help with anxiety, will help with depression. I mean, you just have to quit being addicted to the old you and become the new you, literally. It's as simple as that. Isn't that so cool to know that? You have all the power, and you can change at any moment that you want to, literally. So I hope that this helped you, and I love you all for listening and for being here, and I hope you have a great night or day, whatever time it is, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.